For the Mathematics AP program at Granada. And my name is Danielle Peabody, and I am the Math Department Chair. And I also teach Calc BC, and I've taught it for a few years, and I've taught Calc AB in the past. And so I'm just going to walk you through our program, the different offerings, and the route that you may need to take with your student to get there. So first of all, this is just one example of a course sequence. So this just shows an example of a student who took Algebra 1 in 8th grade. But we do provide the opportunity for all students, even if they're in Math 8 as 8th graders, to get to Calc BC by the 12th grade if they wish to. Now, they will have to accelerate over the summer if that's a wish, but it is something that is possible. And so this is just representing one student. If they took Algebra 1 over, in 8th grade, they may accelerate geometry over the summer and take Algebra 2 as a 9th grader. Then they would have their choice for, to take CP PreCalc or Honors PreCalc. And depending on that choice, it would lead them into which class they would like to take afterwards. So CP PreCalc leads directly into Calc AB. Now they may change their minds and want to take AP Stats instead, and that's perfectly fine. Honors PreCalc would lead students into Calc BC. And then again, if they have extra time for another class, they may take AP Stats as a senior. It's just going to depend on what they came in to Granada with, or in which course. So our current math AP offerings are APCalc AB, APCalc BC, and AP Statistics. So the prerequisites for APCalc AB are the completion of PreCalc Honors, CP PreCalc. The typical student will go from CP PreCalc or from PreCalc Honors. Now, our PreCalc Honors usually lead students into Calc BC, but there's a lot of reasons they may choose to take AB instead afterwards. It could be that maybe they decided that that wasn't the path that they wanted to take. They wanted a little bit. They still wanted the AP Calc, but maybe a little bit easier their senior year. They have other things going on, maybe other sports or drama that they want to participate in. So there's lots of reasons why they may go from PreCalc Honors into Calc AB instead of directly into Calc BC, and they're all fine. In APCalc AB, students will cover functions, graphs, continuity, and limits. And we talk a lot about different ways of solving limits and how graphs approach a number. We then go into derivatives, which is all about slope and tangent lines and the applications of derivatives, related rates, optimization, integrals. And then we go into with Riemann sums and fundamental theorem of calculus. And we also hit applications of integrals as well. Now, APCalc BC, these students typically come from Honors Pre-Calculus or from APCalc AB. Hold on, let me let someone in. Okay. So they may come from PreCalc Honors or from Calc AB, again, for a multitude of reasons. They may have chosen to go the route of CP PreCalc, then Calc AB, then Calc BC. You don't have to take 2 years of calculus though, because we do prepare those students in Honors PreCalc to jump into Calc BC. Now, between the two courses, A, B, and BC, they are covering a lot of the same material. So you can see that Calc BC actually covers all the material from A, B, and C. So it's a really fast-paced course because you're covering not 3 semesters, but 3 kind of like semesters material put into 1 year. And AB allows them to take a little bit more time with that material. Now, we start the course in the same place. Doesn't matter if they came from Honors PreCalc or from Calc AB. So especially for those students coming from Calc AB, there can be a lot of repetition. I've never really had students complain about that because the first time they're just trying to get through it, trying to get a grade. It may have been a challenge. And the second time they're going through it, they just have different lens on because they've seen it before. And so they just seem to get a deeper understanding of the material. They get to see different kinds of problems. And we're always looking at it as like, what are we going to do next with the C material? Okay. So you can see Calc BC covers all of the same material as AB: limits, derivatives, applications of derivatives, integrals, and applications of integrals. We do add a little bit more into our integrals. We do integration by parts, improper integrals, L'Hopital's rule, which is not a part of the AB curriculum. We also cover polars and parametric equations and polynomial approximations and series. So that's where we close it out. And for all these courses, we try to end it in about March so that we have time to review before the actual AP test. So why should you take APCalc? Well, if your student or you are interested in studying computer science, business, or any other STEM career, this is going to improve that skill set. You know, business students oftentimes have to take a business calc class, and it comes at it from a different viewpoint, but this can really give them that foundation to be strong in that. We also offer AP Stats on our campus. AP Stats just requires the completion of Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2, which we also consider to be our foundational courses. And so we can jump from Algebra 2 to AP Stats technically, but we really don't encourage students to do that because it can be a big jump with the rigor. So math-wise, like computation-wise, they would be fine going from Algebra 2 to Stats. But in general, these students that do that do tend to struggle. Hold on. Okay. They just tend to struggle with being able to like match that rigor of the AP course. And so there's a lot of writing in stats and analyzing. And so just making sure that they're truly prepared to make that jump if that's what they really want to do. We do offer a CP stats course as well on our campus. And so maybe that might be a different option. AP Stats is a college level introductory course in statistics. So a lot of careers now require some sort of introductory course. Even psychology majors, humanities, a lot of them require some sort of statistics course because data is such a part of our life right now. And so this can take the place of a lot of those courses if they score well enough and if they perform well enough with the grades. But in this course, they learn how to collect, organize, analyze, and interpret data. In regular years, this year's been a little different, and last year with COVID, but they do a lot of like labs with food and calculating different types of food and really learning how to collect that data. And then they get to have a little snack as well. And then, do their write-ups based on that data they have found. So some practical applications of statistics, like I said, it's become a part of our lives right now. And so it's a part of a lot of jobs. And so these are just some examples of, politicians, government contracts have to look at statistical quality and different, even just consumers, and being able to analyze the best information in with a mathematical point of view, at least. So this course does cover experimental design, exploring data, producing models using probability and statistics, and statistical inference. And those are really the main themes throughout the year, and they just keep revisiting these in deeper fashions based on the labs that they were able to perform. So of course you can take stats in college, and like I said previously, it's required for a lot of majors, okay? However, this grade can take that credit, and we know college courses are expensive and they take time when you could be dedicating that time to something else that you need for your major. And so it's just something to consider. And the AP courses as well. For any of these, I would always talk to the college that you're interested in to see what they allow and what they take for credit. Because each school tends to have their own rules and their own qualifying scores and things like that. So I would always talk to the schools that you're interested in. If you have any further questions, you are welcome to email me, but we'll also be taking questions right now. So let me get out of here. Okay. Let me see if we have questions. Let me stop sharing.
So we just had the one, when do classes start if the exams are in May? And I just answered at the beginning of the school year that AP courses are year long.
Yes. Yes, they're still year-long courses. And like I said, we do try to finish the majority of the material by March. So that gives us time to do practice testing class, to do a lot of like practice problems, and then to kind of go back and review everything together, because the test is cumulative. And so that stuff from like the fall, they haven't looked at it for a while. So we go back and review all of that. After the test, because the tests are in early May, at least in the math courses, we like to do fun projects. We have a cross-section project that a lot of the AB courses have done over the years. I like to do one where we measure the volume of different weird shaped containers I've collected over the years. And so, yeah, we do use that time after the test. And just to do the fun stuff we didn't have time for before, because we have to go so fast. After APCalc BC, so on our campus, like a lot of students do choose to take AP Stats. There are the IB courses, HL2. Some students take that, not a huge number, because a lot of the material is repetitive, but not all of it. There are the options of going to Pierce or any other city college for like multivariable calculus or linear algebra. And I currently have a student right now who's done linear algebra in the fall and multivariable in the spring. So there are options for afterwards, depending on what your schedule allows. So we do not recommend taking pre-calculus over the summer, and here's why. So what grade are you, Ruhi? 9th grade. Okay, so you're in 9th grade. Let's say you take pre-calculus this summer. So in the 10th grade, you still come back and you take Calc AB, and then in the 11th grade, Calc BC, correct? So if your goal is to get to BC, you're still getting there by 11th grade, and you've taken 2 years of college, 2 years of calculus, which the colleges don't look down on, but it's definitely not seen as strong as if you just did BC. The other option is you're in Algebra 2 as a 9th grader, you take honors pre-calc as a sophomore, and you're in Calc BC as a junior. So you're still getting to that end goal of Calc BC as a junior. And that's going to be a stronger approach in the end. No problem. Any other questions? We have a few more minutes. And I'll say in general, I'm very proud of our math department when it comes to these courses. And, it consists of all the Calc ABs right now are taught by Ms. Vickers. And right now we have Mr. Anchetta and I doing Calc BC, and Mr. Ralston and Mr. Nuttall with stats. So we all work really well together, and there's a lot of consistency through the department in the AP classes. Okay. I can't remember when this one ends.
So you have another question. Do universities prefer APCalc BC over AB? And then Dina, can you explain what you mean by more credits? Are you asking if you get the same amount of credits for taking APCalc AB and taking AP? Yeah, it's the same credits.
It's the same credits. It's more about like if you're trying to get through, like jump a class, or not accelerate, but get past a class, maybe like skipping the first semester of calculus or anything like that. Generally, you would need BC to do that versus AB. But again, every college is different. And so I would definitely check with the university that you're looking at, because they may take AB and BC the same. I won't know. But yes, generally BC is seen as a higher level course. Again, BC, it's kind of a funny name because they only call it BC, but really we're covering all the material from A, B, and C in one course in Calc BC. And so while AB is covering, let's say, 7 chapters throughout the year, Calc BC is covering 10 chapters throughout the year. So it's a lot of the same material, but it's in addition, there's an extra like 3 chapters that we're covering, which does mean it's faster paced than an AB course. Any other questions? Okay, I think we have a few more minutes, so I can hang around if you have something else. Otherwise, thank you for coming, and I hope to see you in one of our classes.
And
let me type it in the chat again.
And I did put the link to the AP form, which will go live at the end of the evening in the chat, so you guys have access to that.
There you go. Yes, please email me. If I can't answer it, I'll send it on to someone who can. You're welcome.